How many countries do you think Uzbekistan flies to? 15, 20, 25? Nope. 35 countries. Wild. This is part 15 of ranking every country based on how many places it flies to. We're in the top 50 now. There are 4 countries remaining in North America, 0 in South America, 5 in Africa, 24 in Europe, 17 in Asia, and 0 in Oceania. As I said in the last part, now that we're getting into some large numbers, it's entirely possible that I missed a flight or two with seasonal flights changing, but the order should roughly be about the same. Panama has a completed Central American map as well as a completed South American map with an asterisk. It doesn't fly to French Guiana, but it does fly to France, so half points. It also flies to a ton of different islands and numerous European locations. Croatia has 4 major airports with 30 different destinations. Not countries, but destinations. 3 of them operate exclusively within Europe, while the airport in the capital Zagreb has destinations outside of Europe, with the furthest east going to Seoul and the furthest west going to Toronto. Luxembourg also has majority European destinations. It also goes to Senegal, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, and Sao Tome in Africa. Something that I've really appreciated about this series is the little facts that you pick up along the way about obscure countries that you don't hear much about. This is another one of those moments where I'm happily shocked to learn that Uzbekistan has this many flight locations. Their flights are incredibly spaced out, with flights to the US and Japan and Malaysia and everywhere in between. South Africa is the second country to fly to 6 different continents. Its destinations are really spread out throughout the world, but it probably flies to the most African locations yet. It really fills in the majority of the southern half of the African continent. Cyprus has a map that we're accustomed to at this point. Tons of European locations and not as much elsewhere. Mexico flies to 35 different countries, but the stat I'm more interested in is how many US states it flies to, which is nearly as many countries. 30 individual US states. Let that sink in. But otherwise, it's very diverse in its flight path. And was Russia a hard one to count? I want you to look at this map. All of those blue dots equal an airport with 30 plus destinations. Again, not countries, but destinations. The dark blue one has 100 plus destinations, and all the yellow ones have at least 7. Russia has 17 blue dots. It was not fun to count. That being said, Russia flies a lot of places. Those places largely though are not Europe, with the only flights there going to Belarus and Serbia and Istanbul, but as you can see, Malaysia also has a lot of flights. I think my favorite heads up to Ashgabat, Turkmenistan, which is a rare flight. Also, who takes that flight? Why? Serbia is home to one of the largest airports in Eastern Europe, with over 100 possible destinations in 37 different countries. Most of them head around Europe, but it also has 3 flights to China and Russia, respectively. Okay, that's it for part 15. I will see you in part 16.